Welcome back to the Bloody Red Dragons. I'm sitting here on the couch, ready to play the final match that will decide whether or not we will be going to the World Cup. And I'm sitting beside my kid again, but this time he's not feeling all that well. Isn't that right, Buster? Yeah. It's his turn to have caught the virus or whatever it is going around. So I'm home with him, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to play this final match and have an audience. I don't think he'll be all that excited whether or not we'll be going to the World Cup qualifying or whatever. It's mostly me, but yeah, I hope it's more fun for him than just lying in his bed. Just listening to the old man playing a 20-year-old computer game consisting of text across the screen. So I just want to make sure everyone is ready. Oh, by the way, still a couple of days to go. I stopped a couple of days in advance, and I did that just because there might be some results coming in from the other games in the group. Obviously, all of these groups are being decided at the moment, and I don't remember the dates for the other games and the other matches in the group. Hey, Buster. Good to see you paying attention. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about cheating in this game, because we all know this if we've tried, if we've played this game, that it's possible to cheat just by turning off the computer, what you did back in the day, and then simply loading the save game again. I mean, turning off the computer without saving first, obviously. In that way, you could try playing the same game over and over again until you won. And yeah, I've done that. But it's no fun, really. I've also done it as an experiment. Sort of like an experiment to see how much impact certain little changes that you make as a manager will have on a game. And that's quite interesting, but it's not something that has to do with cheating, really, because I'd consider it cheating if it has to do with an actual game that you're playing, a save game where you're trying to do well as a manager or as a club or whatever. And I'm not a fan of cheating in those instances. Just because you're sort of ruining it for yourself. But there are exceptions, and I touched briefly upon this earlier a couple of times, I think. And the exceptions are for stupid mistakes, like I'm prone to do. Right, Croatia won 6-0 against Liechtenstein. And the kinds of mistakes that I'm talking about, well, that's the ones where, for example, like the match in the qualification for the European Championship, where I accidentally fielded Vinnie Jones as a right wing instead of as a central midfielder, because somehow I'd been swapping the positions, like this, right? And that can happen, but it's just and it's something that's entirely my fault if something like that happens, and I don't notice it before actually playing the match. But here's my thinking: is if this was real, and that's sort of the rule of thumb that I go by. If this was me really being a manager and whatever, then surely an assistant manager or the players themselves or whatever would make me aware that I was probably, well, doing something that was a mistake and not intentional. And for big things like that, like a player playing totally out of position, well, that can ruin a match, and it can sort of ruin a whole save game if a thing like that goes wrong because of a stupid mistake. So there's no real point to ruining a whole save game because we're putting in hours and hours of this stuff. So in that instance, I think it's better to go back and play the game over again and not make the mistake. But again, it's up to your conscience. But I'm saying that also because I've shown you a couple of times that on match day, like it is right now, the 17th of November, and we have an important match, then what I'll do is I'll save the game, just to be sure. No quitting now. Because then I can go back if something should go horribly wrong. So Jan Hartson, 92%, he can still play the game. Giggs, and 89%, he will surely play the game as well. But maybe not all of it. So, right. So we've got number 8 out. And was he ready? No, that's Alec Rowlands. I picked him for the match anyway. Same with Giggs, who was also, well, I don't remember what it was, but he was out for a couple of weeks. That guy's very low. So it looks like this. So there's trouble with Chris Coleman at the moment because he's not getting any matches. Not a lot of playing time at all in Arsenal after the transfer. And that's a problem because he's been our stable guy in the back. Hopefully he can play this game anyway. Probably he should be the captain. Yeah. Right. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm not making any weird mistakes. Mark Crossley is back, 100%. We've got Williams, Coleman, Hughes, and Williams. Yeah, that's just the regular defense. Speed and Robinson are ready in central midfield. This guy's not. Carl Davies is beginning to look like a player that that I should give a chance. And maybe even in a match like this, it is a home match, and I've got trouble actually. But it's a debut. I've got trouble finding the right 11 players to actually play this match. But maybe there's something I can do. Rob Savage, yeah, I think he's listed. What is regular first team football? So what I'll do is I'll have Rob Savage come in and play on the right wing, and then I'll try Oster in the middle. Speed and Robinson like this, with an arrow backwards. Then at some point Giggs might get real tired, or someone else will play poorly, and I can get Davies on for his debut in a very important match. The other options were Roger Hopkins, this Trollope guy. He's sort of the safe option, but he doesn't have a lot of creativity or anything. I'll try John Hartson again from the beginning because he does play well for me. So I've got this Lee Jones guy. You can also come on and do something interesting, I guess. I've given Andy Davies the chance the last, I think 3 times, or at least I've given him the chance 3 times. He hasn't scored any goals for me yet, but he's beginning to look good in Chesterfield. So the Davies brothers, I think they are going to be important. But Lee Jones, he also looks great. I don't know, doesn't have a lot of determination. Well, what the hell? I'll just have the Davies brothers both on the bench, because why not? I've got Simon Marola. He was the other option if I'd gone with the more compact and more cautious midfield. So I'm going to give these responsibilities to Ryan Giggs. And then I'm just about ready for the most important match. Well, I would have said since the last time in qualifying where we managed to beat, was it Belgium, and didn't qualify anyway. But, well, that turned out not to be as important as I thought. So hopefully this won't be the same thing. I'm gonna save. Quit return. No, done. And hopefully there'll be no reason for going back and playing this match again, because hopefully I've got everything lined up like it's supposed to be. I don't see any players out of position or anything, but I'm a little worried about it. But I've got a good feeling about this, but there's always nerves in a match like this, where everything's at stake. And obviously the whole Bloody Red Dragons thing could be over if this goes wrong, and it is football, and it is Championship Manager, so anything can happen, like for example a goal for Bosnia in the 7th minute. Hopefully we can come back. This is sort of the story of Welsh football. Everything going wrong in the last match of some sort of qualification, and near misses. This was supposed to be the start of a new chapter for Welsh football, with the Davies brothers and everything. Hopefully, let's just get 1 goal, yes, to begin with, to make us believe in the possibility. We just need a draw, remember that. So Hartson got the goal in. No. What the hell? Come on, Wales. need to do better than this. Just need a draw. But that requires 2 goals at least. No, Coleman. That's the second time he's sort of given the ball away. This doesn't look like the triumph it's supposed to be. Giggs is really tired but playing well. Hartson got the goal. Other than that, he's not doing anything much. I don't really care. I'm sort of panicking right now. And I'll do this. Just get these 2 brothers on the pitch. Because something needs to change. No. Aggression much. Come on, Davies. Any Davies goal will do now. Any Welsh goal. No. No. Come on. Coleman is really playing poorly. He's the captain and everything. Got to give that responsibility speed. Got Simon's on. Come on. Corner kick. Time's running out for us. Glimmer of hope. I just have to stand up. Sorry, guys. Come on, Wales. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. No. Crap. Crap. So there you have it. That really sucks. Adrian Williams, Gary Speed, and Ryan Giggs played well. Peter Simons came on and did well. Chris Coleman, maybe it was a poor choice for captain with the poor form and everything. Maybe I should have chosen a different lineup. All right. didn't dare to think that this was possible. But we've got the same amount of points as Bosnia. And we are the runners-up. Just out of sheer luck and goal difference. I'm not exactly a mathematician, so I sincerely thought that we needed the draw to make sure that that they couldn't get the same amount of points and then overtake our second place. Maybe it's because of the thing the last time in the Euros. But I don't know if you guys had this figured out. Maybe you're better at calculating this stuff than I am. But I've got a World Cup qualifying playoff on the 1st of December in Romania. That means that we've got the second leg at home and cancellation of a friendly. That's pretty cool. Pembridge returns from suspension. So this is pretty awesome. We've got 2 matches against Romania. And yeah, I'm going to play those as a double feature in the next episode. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit shaken by this now because I was ready to go and kick something really hard, shout at the sky and stuff. But it looks like we've got a second chance. I don't know. I think I panicked a little bit and just put on the Davies brothers for a debut for the little one, the young one. This guy, I know they're really not because they're just regens, but in my mind, Carl is obviously the younger brother of Andy, and those two are going to achieve great things for Wales. We haven't seen much of it yet, but it'll surely come. Maybe not this season, maybe not at this World Cup, but sometime in the future. I don't know. I might just continue to play this save game. Right. Giggs really played his heart out for us. I think Oster did well also with a goal and, well, an assist. No, not an assist, sorry, that's a run. Speed played really well. And Adrian Williams looks like he has big occasion with all those tackles. I don't know about the backs though. And Hartson, also a big question mark surrounding him. He did get the goal, but I substituted him because, well, he didn't succeed in much else than just scoring that one goal. Maybe I should have kept him on. Maybe he would have scored, well, more goals, but I didn't. So now I've got Romania, and yeah, thought so. They don't have any grayed out players or anything. This is a real team, and one that did well in the 98 World Cup in real life. So, well, it says that Ely and Galsa or Galka, I don't know, Daniel Proden, says that these 3 are the star players. Popescu is probably more well known, and also Adrian Ely. This guy, yeah. They've got lots of good players and a good goalkeeper as well. But some of the good ones, they look a little bit old. It's going to be really interesting. So, yeah. So that's what's up. And, well, we're keeping the dream alive.